What's up guys, I want to make this quick video on Kombat League. I feel Kombat League has so much untapped potential as a mode. With a few things, if NRS could adjust to it, I think it would be far and beyond 10 times of a better mode than it is. And some of the things I want to see is I would love to see a connection filter for this mode. And what a connection filter would be is, when you would search, you would press the button, then it would give you an option. It would say, would you like to search against all connections, or would you like to filter yours? And if you select filter, it would give you an option. Would you like to only filter against 5-bar connections, 4-bar, 3, 2, 1? Now, if you select 5-bar filter, meaning you only want the absolute best connections that the game can find for you, it would take longer to find a match than it would compared to you finding any match with no filter, right? Because it's only going to try and find people that connect very good with you. Now, if I want to take 10 minutes out of my day to find an extra quality connection, I should have that option available. Almost every fighting game these days in their ranked mode have a filter of some sort where you can select and then choose the quality of connection that you're after. So for me personally, I would love if you can just choose which kind of connection you want. If you want to only play against 4 or 5-bar connections, then you select it. It may take a few more minutes, but it would be quality over quantity. And if you don't care about that, well, you can turn off the filter and the game will literally match you with literally whoever is searching at that moment. So you would get anybody from anywhere. That's one thing I think needs to get added. Another thing is they need to lower the threshold on when you can decline a match. Right now it's set to above 150 ms, so if you get paired up with someone who has a 151 ms or higher, you have the option to decline. I would like NRS to slightly lower that to make it 120 ms. Now if you make it 120 ms, it would be more reasonable because the matches will be a little bit less laggier. And in this game, when you match up against a ping, it says the ping is 50 ms, right? Well, it's actually not 50 ms because when the match starts, you got to add 30 or 40 to it. So a 50 ms connection in reality is a 90 ms connection more often than not. So them lowering the threshold slightly would be a huge improvement in making ranked more of an enjoyable mode in this game. Another thing, and this in my opinion is very important, just like the other two options I mentioned, is I would love it if NRS could add a blacklist for this game. Some fighting games out there have blacklist, and what a blacklist is basically you play against somebody, it's very laggy, the connection is awful, it's just a match that the only way out is you literally have to quit the match. And you don't want to quit the match because then you're going to give your opponent free points and they're not going to learn that, hey, it's not okay to, use a lag switch or play on a very shoddy Wi-Fi connection that's spiking up and down. Now, a blacklist would be perfect, and a way to not make this too abusable is the blacklist option would only appear after a laggy match. So in the match, if you're playing against an opponent and the match goes, let's say, at 150 ms or higher in the game, after this set with your opponent in Kombat League, there would be a feature that would say, would you like to blacklist the opponent? And if you select it, it would put your opponent in a blacklist, and you would never have to worry about coming across them only in Kombat League. And you would be able to go to your Kombat League, your combat card, and you would be able to go to crossplay players met, and there would be another thing under this because there's space right here. Under cross players met would be blacklisted players, and if you ever want to remove those players to see if their connection got better or if they improved their internet or maybe you guys connect better, then you would go here and see who's on the blacklist and you can remove them. Now, to make this not abusable, like I said, it would have to require a certain connection that you would reach. So if you can't just blacklist anybody you want, right? If you beat somebody who has a good connection with you and they're beating you and you're salty because they're really good and you just want points, you wouldn't be able to use the blacklist feature on them because then it wouldn't be fair, right? You would be able to abuse it. So the feature would only come into play if the match reaches a certain lagginess, and then you can confirm that, yeah, just get rid of this player. I don't want to play against him anymore. And it's better because lag is a two-way street. Most oftentimes people feel like, hey, I don't want to play against this guy because he lags. But on the other side, the other person you're playing against also doesn't want to play against you because, the connection is bad and you guys are lagging. So if NRS can do those three things, Kombat League, in my opinion, would be miles better. And some bonus features that they can do, which isn't a requirement, but if they want to make the mode even better, then what they could do allow us to search ranked while we practice mode. That way we can do combos, lab characters, and search for Kombat League. So that's another bonus thing they could do, which would make the mode even better. And another bonus thing is make it so if you rematch somebody in Kombat League, it's always for points, because, you know, the whole point of Kombat League and ranked mode is you're always playing with something on the line, right? So if you want to rematch somebody and you had a close set, you would have a chance to win your points back when you rematch. And I think it would give players more of an incentive to want to play, because there would always be points on the line. I know I'm one of the players. I like to play people in this game, and I like for there to be points on the line. So I almost literally never used the rematch feature. And I asked my chat earlier, and they felt the same way. They say, you know, I never use rematch either, because they're trying to go to the top of the ranked leaderboard. And if they make it like Tekken has a similar thing like this. Tekken, if you rematch, it's always for points. And you wouldn't be able to exploit this. Like, you wouldn't be able to play a noob. Like, let's say you play a warrior rank and you just keep beating him for hours and get to Elder God. It wouldn't work that way. Once you reach a certain amount of points, like let's say you rank above him and then you get 2 ranks above him, the points would really start scaling hard. So you wouldn't be able to exploit farming off somebody a lot weaker than you just to get to Elder God. There would not be any easy rides. But yeah, these are just some things to consider. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope someone from NRS can listen to this and really improve this mode, because Kombat League is one of the modes I've played literally 99% of my time touching this game. I play Kombat League so much, and tweaks like this can make this mode be so much better than it currently is, and this mode has so much potential.